Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, Red October, what's going on, man? Good to see you. So, hey, what's going on, everyone? So, can you all hear me? Because the iPad was doing weird stuff. Um, Not sure if y'all can hear me. Wow, I see so much better with my glasses on. Like, what's funny, I can read the writing on my shed from here, but here everything's blurry. Like, it's like this distance from my face. So y'all let me know if you can hear me and see me. And let's see, am I still online? Uh-oh. That's not good. Do. Well, this is fun. Well, shoot. Oh, there we go. Okay. Like the chat just went, boom, and there were like 500 things. Okay, thank you, y'all. It was stuck on where I typed, "Can y'all hear me?" and nothing below it had showed up. And then I touched the screen and it just went and it took off. So, okay, good. Thank you, by the way. Hope everyone's doing well. Um, it is, hey, so let me say hi to everybody here real quick. Well, Red October, always good to see you. I might be in your neck of the woods September-ish. I will reach out if I'm down there. Hey, Dan, Skydive, good to see you. Hey, in between, Nikki, how are you? Loretta, Daryl, Farmer, hey, I didn't know how. Chat on vacation, almost to the hotel. Hey, man, enjoy your vacation. Be happy out there. Um, and and Dan put 5. I guess you meant 5 by 5. KP, what's going on? Who else do we got in here? The Celtic Grandma. Hello, Suburban Hillbilly. Okay, loud and clear, loud and clear. Thank you all for that. Hey, Nanya, what's going on? And so, those of you, because there are a bunch of people, did you see the social security numbers? Yes, I actually will be doing something on that, Skydive, reading up on it a bit. Convenient that it was during an election year now. So there are a couple of videos. I'm probably gonna get put in the penalty box somewhere in the internet. There's a video on another platform with a veteran. She's a Army vet, or no, I'm sorry, Navy veteran, had her own business, and something she experienced trying to get. She's a minority. She's a black woman, trying to get a bank loan, and then she's having her struggles because small business in general is difficult. A woman-owned business. Uh, Women battle more with the banks for some reason. It's not an even playing field for the ladies in a lot of cases. So she battled that, being a minority, being a veteran, all this stuff. And then she saw another business. They got a bank loan, they got approved, and I'm still editing that one. And basically, they're not even supposed to be here. They don't even have a green card. And she just goes on this tear in this video. And I'm going to edit that into one of my videos. Um, should be cooler, fingers crossed. Yes, I hope so. Um, yeah, so but a lot of people touch on that. Hey, Joe Morgan, how the heck are you, man? It's good to see you back online. I hope you were doing well. Um, Always good to see you, my friend. So for those of you, oh yay, happy birthday, Holly. For those of you in Texas or Oklahoma, what temperature is it by you? Because right now it is 3:51 in my part of Texas. It's 97. It's going to 102. In the shade, and I have a sunscreen over here. You may not be able to see it. In the shade, it's about 87, which is hot, but not death. But yeah, it's supposed to go to 102 today. I'm just curious how everyone else is Try having being in rehab on your resume. You're reviewed as subhuman. Yeah, that sucks, man. And you would think it would be the opposite. It's like, hey, good for you. You know, you're trying to do the right thing, kind of thing. But yeah, apparently, one day in a drug it wasn't enough to end me. No, but it feels hot AF. Yeah, high 90s here in Jersey. Okay, that's hot for Jersey. 98. So red's about what I am right now. Maybe you're even a little hotter, and you have the humidity down where you are more so than I do. Yeah, we'll be at 102 this afternoon. Oh, I didn't even look at my heat index. But we're dry. I think we're drier here than you are, even though we're only an hour and a half apart. So I'm not sure if that helps. It is fine. It is. I hope so. Um, yeah, it was ugly hot today. It was one of those. I was like, oh, I should go to the range this afternoon, and I had to go to Walmart for something, and I came back to my car, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be out in the hot shooting guns in this. I mean, it's good training. I've done it before, but yeah, I'm not super happy with that idea. Hey, Daryl Marco, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Camo Carl, 80 degrees in Michigan. That's nice. Hey, Vision, what's going on, my man Trent? My man Trent had Mad Shad on his channel. Was it last night? And that was a hoot. Because Shad's got some thoughts, and Livingston Man's another guy that I don't think people realize how interesting they are to listen to. But it's getting darker sooner. Yeah, well, eventually it'll cool off a little here. But it's been interesting this last month, hasn't it? Does anyone else feel like, put a number 1 in the chat if you feel like something's gonna happen, but we don't know what it is yet. Like, I don't think like the shooting of the ear and all the other shit. I think we're missing something. Keep up with everyone, but my phone, it's hard. Sharebearer 2 and a 1. You did what I do, Cheryl. You like dink I do that all the time. 111. Yeah, I feel like something's going on. So this whole Ukraine invading Russia thing, and Russia won't pop a tactical nuke on their own people. I would hope not, anyway. But it's almost like I get what they're trying to do, but how truthful is it? Like, because in Russia they're like, oh, we stopped the invasion. On the other hand, we're hearing, oh no, the Russians are retreating. I think it's hey, Yardbirds. I think it's just a shit show. But there's, how they always say every election year there's that October surprise. I think we're gonna have like in August, September, October, Halloween surprise before we get into the election. Yes, definitely keep up the hard work. Hey, Coffee. And 99, did Agent 99 pop in here? Mpox, war, elections, economy. Yeah. So I saw Mpox and I'm like, what the hell's an Mpox? Is that a new gaming console? And then I clicked it. I'm like, oh, monkeypox. Okay. Well, we've been talking about monkeypox for like 10 years now. It's like, this is an ongoing thing. So they're finding it in San Francisco in the water, because what they're doing is they're testing the sewage coming out of areas specifically to look for trace remnants of COVID, AIDS, monkeypox, whatever the hell else, because apparently it manifests itself in pee or in poop. So they're testing for this stuff. And they're like, yeah, it's in San Francisco. And I'm like, well, that makes sense. It's a major city. I'm sure if you tested New York, you have 10 million people in New York City, you're going to get all sorts of results. Like, but at the end of the day, it's watch your baby. 2 guys at your 6. Oh yeah, I got the SWAT team dudes breaking in my window there. I'm surprised I don't have Ancient Angry Cat joining me today. It's too hot. I fed his angry ass, and then he came back and complained to me So I checked his food. He still had food. So I gave him tuna. He ate that, then complained about the tuna. But I think he got tired of complaining because it's too hot. So ancient artifact over there. He went. He's hiding somewhere. I can't bring him in the house. He tears up my house. But and then hey, Water Tiger, what's going on? Testing poop. The worst job ever. Yeah, I'm assuming sex singers get mpox. Well, and Holly, I was gonna say it and I didn't, but you know, if you certain lifestyles will, if you don't take precautions, will increase your incidence of bad things. And I'm not just talking about being gay. I'm talking about, you know, if you do any kind of misfortune and you don't take precautions, you could wind up with monkeypox. The question is, who did the monkeypox first? Like the monkeypox came from monkeys. So how did that happen? Right? And I'm afraid to dig for that answer because I don't know if I want to know. I'm just, hey, Watchman, what's going on? Pilgrim, welcome. Yeah, the game was rigged. 101 today. Love the sun. Are you in a? Are you, the dude? Are you at the beach or the tweaking viruses? Wait, tweaking or twerking? Because I could see both leading to viruses. I'm just curious. Hey, Rebecca Lynn, welcome, welcome. Coffee. So they were diddling the monkey. Hey, Watchman. Yeah, that very likely what happened. I can't even compute that. Does anyone feel like we've, as a society, like humanity, has brought all this shit on ourselves with our stupidity? Because they're like, oh, the climate change, oh, this, that. No, I think it was just our own dumb shit. We just do this every, 500 years and we collapse everything on ourselves. If you do use it, you have to share, just stick to sharing with your own. Well, yeah, if you're going to do that, like a known circle. The Native America hunkered down. It's hot looking for shade. It is hot over here. It is now, it hasn't gone up here. It's still 97 according to my watch. No, it is. Hey, Mrs. Metal. It is and by the way, this is something. So I did an experiment and I probably should have done a better job recording it because the footage was garbage. But I actually, and I have an old video, like one of my first 6 months, I actually threw on a pack, hydration pack, long sleeve shirt, pants, boonie hat, and I actually took a 2 mile hike just to walk around the subdivision in 98 plus weather. And what I was doing is took my blood pressure before I hydrated, right? Took blood pressure before and watched my heart rate through the walk. And obviously your heart rate goes up as you exercise, but like in the heat, it takes off. Like your heart rate goes up high. And also if you're in dry environments like I am, you dehydrate, but you don't sweat. So you don't feel the wetness that you would say in New Orleans or Houston, where you feel that wetness. And that will absolutely mess you up if you're not paying attention. It's how I wound up in the hospital a couple of years ago after a clay shoot was I overdrank water. I didn't drink electrolytes and I didn't eat much during the day. And I didn't get any minerals and salt in me, and that really jacked me up. So, yeah, if you're going to be in this kind of heat, you really need to be careful because this stuff will kill people. I mean, this will absolutely put you in the hospital. What else do we got? Hey, Rebecca, Billy is in here somewhere. Hey, DJ Crypto, welcome. Gun Show Weekend. Yes, so DJ has a channel. And I actually met DJ at a gun show and picked up some very cool pre-programmed radios that I was not having the time to program. So definitely check out his channel. He'll throw up a bunch of financial stats every couple of nights. So move through heat. I suggest using shade as much as you can. It's covered. Dude, actually, that's not only great idea, moving at night, which then now begs the question, do you want nods? Do you want some kind of NVG? So if you're in an environment where moving at night makes more sense, you don't want to like trip and fall into a ravine because it's dark. Although out here, like we don't get clouds. It's just either kind of cloudy or hot as balls. There's no in between. The heat won't hurt you unless you have underlying conditions. Well, dehydration uh, and a mineral imbalance will definitely screw you up. And it's a question of acclimation too, you know. Hey, yeah, I am live, not a premiere. Well, I was the only engineer doing my role between like Denver and Dallas. Like this whole swath of the country was just basically my territory. And now I have my new person has come in, and she's someone I've worked with before, but she's shows up on time, shows up early, comes prepared, and so I don't have to watch. I just wait for questions. And when you have new teammates who are self-motivated, all they need is like technical help to figure problems out. It makes life a lot easier. Heat stroke is rough. Comes quicker each time it happens. Stay hydrated. Yeah, most definitely. And yeah, you do need to stay hydrated. You need to get acclimated to whatever environment. You know, you go from sea level and you move to Flagstaff, Arizona, where you're 8,000 feet in the air, and you decide to run 2 miles. You're not gonna be very happy about it. Um, it can be tough. It can mess you up for sure. But folks, I do feel like we're getting a lot of mixed signals. Has anyone noticed that? So they say, oh, the job market is okay. There are more jobs, but then when you break it down, part-time versus full-time, it's like this. It's lopsided. A lot of people have multiple part-time gigs, but the full-time jobs are disappearing. Then they say inflation's going down, but the consumer price index went up. Now, how the hell did that happen? And it almost seems like that there's a narrative that they're trying to create, and they're doing such a bad job that now it's created more pissed off people. And I could be wrong, but hey, Teresa, um, watching shredding soap for laundry detergent. So Pennsylvania, my wife got a copycat recipe for that bougie soap, and oh, I forgot what the hell the store is called, where they mix your soap in Buff City, because that's expensive as crap. And she basically for $60 she made about $500 worth of the product. She made product for my daughter, for my daughter-in-law, for us, all homemade. You know, just got all the components and then just made it at home, and it was so much cheaper. Uh, but yeah, to the previous comment, the Social Security, um, you know, watch your credit scores, all that good stuff. You know, be aware of what's going on with your finances, with your accounts. They're lying to everyone. Of course, I heard Kamala's speech. It was written like. So has anyone seen the video where Kamala is slurring? Like Nancy Pelosi is always like weird, right? And Biden's old, right? So if he slurs, he forgets. I'm like, well, you're viejo, right? You're 822 years old. Um, and he even makes jokes about it, but his jokes are so bad that people don't get it. They think he's serious. But like you get Biden's an old man. So's Trump, to be fair, right? They're only a couple of years apart. Trump's very lucid, but it was a weird video. I gotta find it. And everybody loves our president. And it was like, and the person next to her is like, it was really, really weird. What's his name? Tim Waltz, Tim Wolf. He was fine. He was like flapping around like an ignoramus. But yeah, this has been a circus, y'all. Like this year is just gonna be weird. She has been slurring on her teeth or red wine stained. Okay, hey, Psycho Billy, welcome. And hey, Lady Prepper, she has been slurring. Okay. So you guys are seeing that too. It's not just that one video. Ooh, astatine. That's a brilliant idea. I should tell her that. Because she does homecoming stuff. Like she's year round with different side hustles, so to say. But that's actually really brilliant. Making soap like in Fight Club. Borax washing soda and Castle soap. So she used something else that actually incorporated Epsom salts, and there was like an organic oil that gives it that scent. And I gotta look it up. I gotta ask her. But yeah, that's and it makes a great laundry soap. Like it cleans the clothes, but it makes the clothes smell nice, but not to where it's like artificial flower poof. It's like a nice smell. So is Mad Shad in here? I swear I just saw him. Good. There's Mad Shad. What's going on? Add your baking soda. You need hot water. Baofeng. Okay. Yeah. Unlocked radios definitely a good thing. Hudson, welcome, man. What's going on? It has been so long since I've done a live people live that I'm like, okay, I got a few hours. Everything kind of got quiet. So I'm gonna claim to I don't know, to do something productive, and I'm gonna go online and say hi to everybody. Um, but it has been, I want to keep mine unscented. Yeah, and you could do that. You just emit the that that organic oil, whatever that essence that's used. But yeah, that's something I hadn't even thought of. But yeah, it's going to be a weird year. The economic data is all contradictory, right? Everything they're putting out there, it's like, oh, inflation's down, but not really. And oh, we're not going to lower or change the interest rate. And oh, by the way, the consumer index, price index went up. How? No, that doesn't match. That doesn't make. And I'm sure there's an explanation technically how that can happen. But you would think if inflation's going down, but the food costs compared to 4 years ago are in the double digits increase, if not in the triple digits, there's some stuff that increased, it doubled in price, it increased 100%. Um, that's not good economic data. Um, it's just, and happy birthday again, Holly. So, folks, what I would recommend as far as a lot of this stuff, make sure you watch your. Oh, that's cool. I don't have no idea. Did one of you do that or did I do that? Because that was pretty freaking cool. Um, I'm not sure what just happened there, but that was neat. Uh, make sure you check your credit scores. If you have any of those life locks, which do cost money, that's great. I did that. I'm not sure how I did that. That was pretty cool, but I couldn't tell you how to do it again. I'm going to watch. I'm going to disconnect my own stream. Uh, that was neat. I have no idea what the hell I just did there. You put your thumb up and it. Holy shit. Well, that's cool. So if I do that, does it do anything? No. I'm not going to do any more hand signals because then I'm probably going to offend someone or I'm going to get kicked off my. I lock my credit. Easiest, freest way. Yeah, you can do that too. Hey, Holly, be safe. Enjoy dinner. Yeah, that's just wild. I didn't know I could do that. That's pretty cool. All right, I learned something new every day doing this stuff. Do knife hands. I don't know if I can do knife hands. He won't do it now. Let's see, does that do anything? Nope. Whoa! Holy cow. Okay, now I'm just having too much fun with this. It means YouTube is AIing you. Probably so. They might be. Give it the bird. I should do that on a pre-recorded. Just to wait. So if I do thumbs down, what does it do? But that's stupid. Why does it? What's the purpose of that? This is so surreal. This is just. Yeah, give Alex Valley the bird. Oh, wow. Just for Holly's birthday. How do you do a balloon? So if you do a heart, does it do heart? I can't even do a heart. It doesn't do a heart. Holy shit. Hey, this is neat. Okay. The heart was crooked, so maybe it thought it was a brain. I don't know. That's streaming service you were using. Okay. That's probably need to read the instructions on this shit again. I just learned something new today. Do the heart signal. So what if you do like an unhappy face? Do that. Anything, does that give an exclamation point? No. I did the peace sign. Huh. That's cool. Well, AI has gone rogue, and then apparently my AI is just stupid and drunk and gives me hearts and thumbs and balloons and whatnot. I'm not sure. It's a sign of endearment. It's a northeastern greeting. The interweb is way out of hands. Oh man, that's just funny. So I guess we all learned something new today about my live stream. I'm going to start doing that randomly if I have, once I get around to scheduling guests, just be like, hey, look at that. And geez, my Siri is always drunk. Okay, so here's another question. Speaking of AI, has anyone noticed some days you talk to Siri and it sounds like the lady, right? It's just like, hi, how can I help you? Where would you like to go? And then every now and then she's smoker waitress. She's like, where would you like to go? And it's like, holy cow, where did Beelzebub come? Where did you come from? What the hell? And then you have to mispronounce names. You know, like I'll say, I'd like to call, I don't know, Roger Stone. And it says, there is no Roger Stone. That's not what I said. What? I don't know. Pretty sure I've lost a few IQ points. I think we all do. I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do that. I don't know how the peace sign gives a bunch of balloons. So does this give me a devil or something? Nope, doesn't do that. I'm so curious now how that works. So anyway, so now I've been playing with the AI stuff. Pretty funny. So yeah, I tried to do some AI stuff, just like still photos to play with it. And I get stuff of nightmares. Like I was like a cat and a dog playing in a field, and basically I got Lucifer and Behemoth fighting in the apocalypse. And I'm like, what the hell AI defect just happened here that I got that as my cat and dog playing in a field? Try some sign language, some like pinky finger and thumb like that. No, won't do that. That's the devil's horns. Don't do that. Wait, this one or this one or that one? This is Mahalo. Doesn't do a wave. Does it do 5? If I do what? Then that'll just space everyone out on the other side of the camera. Look up Scottish elevator. Oh God. I'll look that up in a minute. Hey Damien, what's going on? Both hands? Nope. I don't know. That doesn't applaud either. Okay. No eggplants pop up. Camo, I can't guarantee no eggplants will pop up. I literally have no idea what's going to happen when that was the first time I'd seen that shit. So that spooked the hell out of me. I thought one of y'all did it, and then someone said, no, I did it. Action figures in the background. That's actually my little background dudes. I think I can remove the background dudes. Hold on. Nope. Yeah, so I have like my generic, here's the roaming prepper, This is live. It's my little SWAT guys. Yes, just my little SWAT dudes. Is Kami Kamala gonna win or no? I don't know. I'll be honest with you, Astatine. I am seeing an absolute revolt in the, I guess you could say, the black and brown communities, like everywhere. And it's not necessarily that they will like Trump more, but they're like, we know what he's doing and we get where he's trying to go, even though we may not like him personally. He's a better candidate than this other one. Like, and you're seeing it on the streets, and I see it more on TikTok, because when you start saying shit like that on YouTube or Instagram, they they squish you. I got I had to appeal something on Instagram because I did another post about child trafficking and predators, and I got told I was encouraging violence, and I had to do an appeal, and they ruled in my favor, but the AA was like, nope, you can't do that. Well, Coffee, that's my fear. Is I don't think she's going to win. There's a couple of analysts that are doing like forecasting. They're going from not just the mainstream media but regional polls that are being taken, and like everyone is showing she might actually. They're such a bad candidate pair. Her and what's his name, Tim McMuffin or whatever his name is. They're such a bad candidate pair that they're losing by some forecasts. Pennsylvania, Michigan, uh, Wisconsin, Ohio, they're not going to win. I doubt it. Not with Vance running, and Ohio's already moving away from that. Like that whole swath, basically from like Pennsylvania across the Great Lakes till you hit the Dakotas, it's just like moving to the right by a lot. It's not like, oh, they're 2 points apart. No, it's based on feelings, not facts. No, no, absolutely. Hey, Higgy Homestead, welcome. But it'll be interesting. Um, just some things I'm observing. So right now, several sectors, the technology, the energy sector, believe it or not, technology and manufacturing are all started laying off people. Uh, they're not big layoffs. Some of them are. One of the tech companies laid off over 8,000 people in one day. Just that's a shit ton of folks when you think about it. Hey, Wolfang. So you're going to start seeing a lot of instability going into the election. That's assuming Mpox doesn't get in the way. We don't have COVID 3.7. Some other nonsense is going to happen. If you're going to get it, and that it's hard to say what that'll do to pricing, right? Because fuel prices came down, groceries may have inched down, but they did not come back to what they were 2 years ago or 3 years ago. If you're going to get stuff, it's good to budget it now and get it over the next month or so. My big fear is the election gets questionable. Like it goes one way and then we wake up in the morning and went the other way. And people are like, oh no, this doesn't happen this way. And it's going to go to the streets. And people are upset, uh, probably more so than the media even understands. And it's going to be concerning. Hubby told me really start. Even my hubby's really waking up. He told me today I need to learn how to make everything. I think the food you eat comes from I'm making almost everything. Yeah, and if you can't grow or you don't know how to grow in your environment, I'm still trying to figure out this desert, half-ass desert I live in. Um, no alternate sources, farmers market, local farms. When you buy, dehydrate and Mylar bag or can it. Uh, Anything you can. I promise you, even if you have 2 weeks of food, you're probably ahead of 89% of the populace right now. Because most people are like, oh, I need dinner. They drive to Domino's. Not that I don't like Domino's, but that's what they do because they don't know anything else. And when the microwaves don't work and they can't get Domino's or DoorDash, they're going to freak out. And you don't want to be out in the freak out. You let them deal with the freak out. This freaking fly just showed up. You let them deal with the freak out. You stay in a safe area until it's reasonably safe to come out. Hold on, I lost track of the chat here. He wants to buy land. See, and that's a good thing, coffee. That's up there with spam. Hey, I like spam too. Thank you very much. Actually, you know what's funny? I was going to do a cooking challenge with spam and hatch chilies, and I never got around to it. I need to get hatch chilies now and get some spam so I can do an actual, like, something palatable, not like here's your chunk of processed meat. Said I'd rather have spam than Domino's. What percent of people vote? If it's under 95%, the election can be rigged. Oh yeah, absolutely. He'll sum it. Honestly, if the local elections here in Texas are any indication, you know, we got a county of 250,000 people, and one of the city council members won 5,000 to 2,000. Like, so maybe 7,000-8,000 people voted with a few independents or write-ins. It's such a small percentage, which blows my mind. Man's optimistic about life in general, actually. Well, you know what? There's nothing wrong with spam pizza. You could do spam pizza. Hey, Shad, were you ever stationed in the Pacific? Because I bet you anything like Moco Loco, that kind of food you get in Hawaii and in the islands, I bet you somebody's done spam pizza somewhere. Instead of ham, they put spam. Actually, you could put it on Hawaiian style pizza with the pineapple and the other stuff. That would offend some folks like to the end of the earth, but hot dogs are one of ground up stuff. Yep, yeah, pretty much. And who am I talking to right now? Hold on. We all need to vote. Even if we wrote in each other's name, we have to vote. That'd be funny. I wonder if Wolfang. Oh God, no. Trent will be the first in line for the spam challenge. See, now I'm gonna have to do a video on spam pizza. I'm gonna write that one down. That'll be my idea. I'm gonna make a homemade pizza with spam and bacon and some other stuff. Like, it'll be the cholesterol bomb pizza, basically. But look, folks, I'm seeing it in the market. A lot of the financial analysts are expecting a lot of instability going into Q4, into Q3 and Q4, and we're almost in Q3 now. The election's not helping, but they're worried. Depending on who wins, different things could happen. So some are saying if Kamala wins, we could get dragged into Israel and Russia more. If Trump wins, we could get dragged into more conflict with China. Either way, there's going to be a lot in the geopolitical realm that we need to be aware of. What I would do is bring your efforts close to home. I don't know if that makes sense. Local markets, local meat sources, local pantry, grow your own farmers market stuff. Like Astatine said earlier, like what my wife did, selling homemade soap, selling those little things on the side that you can do can make a big difference. And everything's extra income right now, right? That's how you kind of hedge your inflation. I can't think of anyone that doesn't have some kind of side hustle, even like, you know, professional folks, you know, have a good salary. They're doing something, you know, they're consulting, they're proofreading college papers, whatever the case is. So just Okinawa and Australia. Okay, then you missed. Spam would kick your blood pressure up 10 points. Yeah, probably so. It's a lot of sodium in that. But yeah, keep an eye on your credit scores and your financials. Make sure nobody hacks you. If you can set up text or alert messages, so if something goes on, you get a notification. That's a good thing. It's worth the pain in the butt of getting 10 texts. Definitely bring your efforts closer to home. And again, if you need something that you have to order from a distance, do that sooner than later. By the way, the Amazon and a few other places, including some stores, are now doing the split pay, either with Klarna or there's that other service. Basically, if it's $500 machine, you can split it in five and pay $100 a month, and it's supposed to not hit your credit score. So splitting up these kind of payments may help you. It may not. It may not work in your favor. You might rather just be paid and done. So, use your best judgment, do a little bit of homework, but those things that are more expensive, try to budget it out and break up the payments if you can, so you don't get hit all at once with that big lump sum. And wait, hold on here. Damned if we do, damned if we don't. Yeah. Oh no, you were in New York. Yeah. If I'm not in Ohio, but I'm not in Ohio. I lost. Spam will kick your blood pressure. Okay. Yeah. So, hey, All American, what's going on? And All Americans had some fun videos lately too. So, folks, just take the time, learn about your local area, see how short you can make your supply chain. So, if you can't make it yourself, you can't grow it, not everyone can, know where you can get stuff locally. I'm fortunate, believe it or not, is being so close to Mexico, you can get a lot of good produce right over the border. And it's cheaper here than them taking the avocados or whatever, or tequila for that matter, and sending it across the country because it's coming in here in Texas. So nobody can afford to pay for it all at one time. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I moved the little SWAT team guys. Try to find the best way to get things. Look for used stuff, the Goodwill, the Facebook marketplaces. You got to be careful with marketplace because that can get shady. We have a community, a neighborhood subdivision Facebook group, and we're constantly trading and buying stuff. And people, there's one gal, I swear she must make 100 loaves of bread a week of different types, and she sells them. And that's her side hustle. That's a blessing too, because I think she's homeschooling, so she gets to be home with the kids, and she's bringing money in to help the husband. So that's a double win right there. So y'all just take some time: corned beef, mixed veggies, gravy, and some dough on a loaf of bread. A pie that tastes good, but it isn't a restaurant meal. Yeah, but Hill Summit Homestead, if it's yummy and it feeds everyone, it's good. But anyway, folks, bring your supply chain a little closer to home. Plan your expenses out. Don't panic. Please don't run up debt unless you absolutely need to. And if you have to use a credit card, have a plan to pay it off in months, not in years. If you got to spend $1,000 because your AC breaks, okay, yeah, you need the AC. But that $1,000, be prepared to pay it off in 3-4 payments and be done. Don't drag that balance for 5 years, because you'll pay more in interest than you did on the $1,000, and in the long run it just hurts you. People are getting by. They're not All American, they're struggling, and that's why you have a lot of young adults moving back in. But the one good thing about all this, you're seeing the family compounds again. I'm seeing people buy property and say, okay, I'm going to buy a house with acres, and I'm going to have grandma and grandpa move in with me, or mom and dad move in because they're older. And then I have an acre there, so I'm going to give that to the oldest son, and he can build his house there. And now the families are closer. So if anything, this hard times are actually bringing families and communities at the grassroots level closer. And that may be a good thing. I think we need more of that. Kamala is going to fix us all. Oh, she's going to fix us like a neutered dog is how she's going to fix us, that lady. And I still can't. Tulsi Gabbard absolutely destroyed her in the debate. Tulsi should be running for president. At least that way I can say, well, that's a lucid person. Whether you like her policies or not, at least Tulsi speaks coherently. Hey, Shorty. I created a Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival online prepper yard sale group on Facebook. See, you can even do that with your friends. That's a brilliant idea with Hudson just put in the chat. You could, let me see if it'll, oh yeah, it works. Okay. I'm on an iPad, so everything's different now, Mike. But yeah, you could create your own group and just have your, and that way you can kind of control who's in it. So if you get someone strange, you're like, yeah, you don't belong here, you could kick them out. um, but folks, just be smart, watch the markets. The markets are doing weird shit, and I'm not sure where it's going, but I do know there's a lot of companies, a lot of investors saying have more cash, less debt, less investment. Others are saying companies are laying people off. I've seen it actually firsthand. I know people who got laid off out here in Texas, and Texas has a pretty good economy right now. So things are happening, but they're under the surface. And I have a feeling they're going to keep that as quiet as possible until after the election. Because if it got out now that tens of thousands of people are getting laid off, it could affect the election unfavorably for certain people. So pay attention, be smart out there, and y'all be careful. Uh, the crime rate and the weirdness, that not only we have our own assholes, we're importing assholes. Um, some of the crime I'm seeing is just, hey, we the resistance, what's going on? Uh, some of the crime videos and reports I'm hearing on the radio are just, like the walkie-talkie, the police scanners. It's just absolutely insane, like the shit people are doing. So pay attention to your surroundings. Don't be the person looking at their phone when something bad happens. But you guys be careful out there. Be safe. And I will see you all. Hopefully, I'll start scheduling some more regular videos so you guys can kind of join me. We can chat some more. And then I can get some guests in here. So you guys be good. Be safe out there.